On December 14, 2012, the small, peaceful town of Newtown, Connecticut was forever changed. What began as an ordinary school day at Sandy Hook Elementary turned into one of the deadliest school shootings in American history. This is the story of that day, the lives lost, and the changes it inspired. At 9:35 a.m., 20-year-old Adam Lanza forced his way into Sandy Hook Elementary School after killing his mother at their home. Over the next 11 minutes, he would take the lives of 26 people, including 20 first-grade children and 6 heroic educators who tried to protect them. By the time law enforcement arrived, the gunman had taken his own life. The world was left to grapple with the horror of what had unfolded.
I'm acting head custodian.
Now, what's the address of the school?
12 Lincoln Drive.
Okay.
Something's happening.
Okay. Hey, Jen, hang up. I need you to get off that phone. All right, Rick. Rick?
Yes.
All right, what do you hear now?
Now it's silent.
Okay. All right, now when you said the school was in lockdown,
All doors are locked. Kids are in classrooms.
okay. So at this time you're defending in place.
Excuse me?
Okay, at this time all the rooms are locked.
Yeah.
Okay, did you see anything out front before this started?
No. I was out all morning.
Where are you in the...
The gym teacher told me to put down at the gym.
just now?
Yes.
All right. Now, are they running on the outside or the inside?
I would say that was the outside. There's still shooting going on, please.
All right, what about injuries at this time?
Excuse me?
What about injuries at this time?
I don't know of any injuries right now.
Okay. Jen, I need you to call the state police. Just,
It's still going on.
Each life lost was a precious light extinguished far too soon. The children, aged 6 and 7, were known for their laughter, curiosity, and boundless potential. The educators dedicated to their students showed extraordinary bravery in the face of danger. Today we remember Charlotte Bacon, 6 years old; Daniel Barden, 7 years old; Olivia Engel, 6 years old; Josephine Gay, 7 years old; Dylan Hockley, 6 years old; Madeline Sue, 6 years old; Catherine Hubbard, 6 years old; Chase Kowalski, 7 years old, and 18. Others who lost their lives that day. Their memories remain etched in the hearts of their families and communities. Across the nation, memorials were held and tributes poured in, reminding us of their irreplaceable presence. In the days following the tragedy, authorities worked to piece together the events and the motives behind them. Investigators learned that the shooter had a history of mental health struggles and access to firearms, including an AR-15 rifle used in the attack. The incident reignited debates over gun control, mental health care, and school safety. In the days following the attack, a makeshift memorial filled with candles, flowers, and stuffed animals grew in the heart of Newtown. Strangers from across the world sent messages of support, showing that even in the darkest times, kindness and unity prevail.
This afternoon I spoke with Governor Malloy and FBI Director Mueller. I offered Governor Malloy my condolences on behalf of the nation and made it clear he will have every single resource that he needs to investigate this heinous crime, care for the victims, counsel their families. We've endured too many of these tragedies in the past few years. And each time I learn the news, I react not as a president, but as anybody else would, as a parent. And that was especially true today. I know there's not a parent in America who doesn't feel the same overwhelming grief that I do. The majority of those who died today were children. Beautiful little kids between the ages of 5 and 10 years old. They had their entire lives ahead of them. Birthdays, graduations, weddings, kids of their own. Among the fallen were also teachers, men and women who devoted their lives to helping our children fulfill their dreams. So our hearts are broken today for the parents and grandparents, sisters and brothers of these little children, and for the families of the adults who were lost. Our hearts are broken for the parents of the survivors as well. For as blessed as they are to have their children home tonight, they know that their children's innocence has been torn away from them too early, and there are no words that will ease their pain. As a country, we have been through this too many times. Whether it's an elementary school in Newtown, a shopping mall in Oregon, or a temple in Wisconsin, or a movie theater in Aurora, or a street corner in Chicago, these neighborhoods are our neighborhoods, and these children are our children. We're going to have to come together and take meaningful action to prevent more tragedies like this, regardless of the politics. This evening, Michelle and I will do what I know every parent in America will do, which is hug our children a little tighter. And we'll tell them that we love them. And we'll remind each other how deeply we love one another. But there are families in Connecticut who cannot do that tonight. And they need all of us right now. In the hard days to come, that community needs us to be at our best as Americans. And I will do everything in my power as president to help. Because while nothing can fill the space of a lost child or loved one, all of us can extend a hand to those in need, to remind them that we are there for them, that we are praying for them, that the love they felt for those they lost endures not just in their memories, but also in ours. May God bless the memory of the victims. And in the words of Scripture, heal the brokenhearted and bind up their wounds.
The tragedy at Sandy Hook prompted a wave of activism. Parents of the victims became vocal advocates for gun reform and mental health awareness. Organizations like Sandy Hook Promise emerged, aiming to prevent future acts of violence through education and policy change. Despite widespread public support for stricter background checks, a proposed bill to close loopholes in gun purchases failed in Congress. This sparked frustration among advocates who believed that legislative change could prevent future tragedies.
My wife, Mary Sherlock, was the school psychologist at Sandy Hook Elementary School and was one of the first people killed while trying to stop the shooter from his rampage. While nothing I can do can ever bring Mary back, and I still miss her every day, I can still do everything in my power to protect more children in her honor. Mary would be a champion of Sandy Hook Promises programs to create kinder, safer schools. They include lessons that are key to the emotional well-being she held so dear as a mental health professional. Please join me in making the promise to honor Mary's legacy and prevent other families from the pain of having a loved one taken by gun violence.
More than a decade later, the pain of that day lingers, but so does the resilience of those affected. The community of Newtown has found ways to heal, honoring the lives lost while advocating for a safer future. Sandy Hook stands as a reminder of both our deepest vulnerabilities and our enduring hope. Thank you for watching and remembering. Let us honor the victims by working towards a world where children are safe and communities are strong.